So I just looked back at the intro for that video and I noticed that there is a bit of background noise. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a wife and a mom of 5 children. Need I say more? So as the founder and owner of Golden Confetti Company, it is a bit of a challenge at times to get to really build things out the way you want to. And this is me taking matters into my own hands. I am right now, I'm in my storeroom. It's a room where I store stuff, therefore it's my storeroom. And yes, from time to time you will hear the noise of all the different things, all the wonderful things that happen in our house, because I don't have a studio yet. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is a mood board. Now, I did a mood board for this event. From the time I heard about this birthday, immediately I knew it would contain 2 things. It would contain hats and it would contain flowers, because the guest of honor, she's a very stylish, she's a senior woman, very much set in her style, and does she ever have style? And so I wanted to ensure that the decor for the party reflected her personality, and so that anyone who came to the event would immediately walk in and say, yes, this is her. I didn't get permission to call her name, so I'm not going to call her name. If I do get permission, I'll put it in the comments when I do finally post this video. If I get it by the time I'm ready to post this video. Yeah, so I did the mood board and I sent it to, there's a committee planning the birthday. I sent it to a rep for the committee and they had a look at it. Now let me talk a little bit about it, and I'll try to splice the photos in as soon as I figure out how to do that. I'll do that when I'm editing, so you can see what I'm talking about. The idea, as I said, was a lot of flowers. It was a very feminine look and feel. I had no color scheme in mind per se, and I didn't feel that it needed to be any particular color. But yes, I wanted to have those flowers throughout. Now, I always aim to make an impact. So in addition to my centerpieces, as I said, being hats and flowers, I didn't just want to put a hat on a table. And as a matter of fact, when I did eventually complete the mood board, it was not a hat at all. It was a mannequin head with an arrangement of flowers on the head in such a way to mimic the way you might place flowers on a hat. That was my idea for the centerpiece. I had nothing else in mind. I had no plan B. That was it. Okay, these mannequin heads. Now, when you think of the mannequin head, the ones that I see, they come in black as well. Most of the time, though, you see them in white. They are white styrofoam. So my plan was, what I was gonna do was spray paint, either spray paint these mannequin heads in gold, or I was also playing with the idea of like covering the entire thing with some kind of fishnet stockings, netty, some kind of material like that, because I had no intention of putting in eyes or, you know, coloring in the lip or anything. I didn't want to make that a thing, but I didn't want it to be plain white styrofoam. So I was thinking of that, and also the idea of just at least having some eyelashes in. I have a mannequin head where I store my wigs and so on, and that is what I did with it, and a little somebody helped me do it. We stuck the lashes on. If I get the picture, I'll stick it in. So anyway, those are the centerpieces, probably on a height or in a plate or something. Didn't really get to that point as yet. That's something that you could figure out later on, but that was the idea, right? So also for this, I wanted to have a piece de resistance, and I was thinking of something that would be towering and a real statement as you enter the hall. I had no idea, guys, where the venue was, right? It wasn't even decided at the time that I'm doing this mood board, but I just needed to get these ideas down somewhere before they just swoop and left my mind. Yes, I wanted this statement piece, something tall, and I said yes. Well, we're already using the mannequin head, so why not just use a full mannequin now? But not just a mannequin. I wanted her to be covered in flowers. I would do this towering mannequin with flowers cascading and trailing all the way down on the ground, etc. Now this could be because 100 years ago, as I would say, I used to design gowns, and one of the gowns that I did was one that was quite similar to this, covered in flowers. Yes, the girl actually she went out there and she bought silk flowers, and she painstakingly attached them mostly to the bottom of a gown that she had just sewn. And I feel it was that memory that was coming back to me. Anyway, that was the idea for the piece de resistance. Now I went all the way to thinking about, okay, how am I gonna get the flowers on the mannequin? Of course, I didn't even have a mannequin, but that didn't stop me from having the idea. I was thinking again, okay, I could probably take one of those half front plastic ones that you see sometimes. It has a hook for a head, and it's a half probably to the waist, and you would see tops and so on in stores with that. I was thinking about putting that on a pole and maybe attach some. At the time I was thinking chicken wire. I'd attach it at the waist and insert the flowers. All types of things was going through my mind. Okay, if maybe I could make a skirt out of can first and attach the flowers to the can. Yeah, I was going full throttle with all type of ideas. So that would be that large piece that you see as you enter the hall. And then I was also playing with a backdrop, but not just a backdrop, but a life-size picture frame. So persons would step into the frame and have their picture done. So yes, I would have needed a carpenter for that. And I say would have needed because at this point, as I'm recording this video, that's no longer in the cards. That's not part of the plan. It's not on any board right now. But yes, I wanted to do this giant photo frame, and people would step into the frame and be in the picture. And yes, and I'd have flowers on top and flowers and all of that. But no, that's not the plan right now. Okay, still a very good idea. And I believe, yes, I also wanted to add just a personal touch. So the idea of photos or photocopies, and they will be printed in black and white, of course, just to increase the nostalgia of it, and have them placed in little frames. So the idea is for tiny, very antique looking frames to match the large frame, and those could be a part of the centerpiece or could also be a part of that large display, the mannequin figure there with the flowers, right? So I hadn't really decided where it would go, but it was an opportunity for the family to provide pictures with our guest of honor that we could place in little areas, and it would be great conversation starters. Yeah, so that was the plan. That's what I submitted in the mood board. Yeah, and as I said, I'm going to insert pictures. If you're interested and you want some more details as to what I have in this mood board, you can reach out to me, hit me up. Just go look for my information. My contact info will be somewhere around. You can also follow my page, Golden Confetti, on Facebook, or Golden Confetti TT on Instagram. You'll see pictures of some of the events that we've done, and you'll see us in action. Really, sometimes you'll see what that looks like. I must tell you that our offering or our presentation is different from those you might be accustomed to. It's different, and I'm not saying that it is for everybody. Some people like the stush type of decorator who is very highfalutin and could confuse you with all the terms. That's not us. But I know some people they feel as though that person needs to show a certain amount of, well, they call it professionalism. I just call them being aloof. But that's me. Okay, so yes, look at the page. It's not going to be pristine and all white and all of that airy fairy. No, it's real stuff over there. Yes, so I'm telling you, go ahead and like, follow, share, keep us in prayer, and look out for another video from me as I get used to this YouTube platform. Okay, bye-bye.